Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the sound system demo on the 2021 Porsche 911 and its 13-speaker Burmester audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at the infotainment system, take a look at audio adjustments, audio controls, speaker locations, Android Auto, and Apple Carplay. Then we're going to go out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling. I'll give you my thoughts at the end. If you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning, you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. I've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you're sick of hearing these same songs week in and week out, and you want to hear some more unique music, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. We're also shooting a members-only sound test for this car that has tracks requested by viewers like you who are members. They send in, they say, hey, Charlie, I'd like to hear this specific song on this specific system, and we make it happen. So it's copyrighted music, it's stuff that you'd hear right in your own listening portfolio. So if you do want to hear that, sign up to become a DM member. Before we get started, hop out, take a look at this. Nearly the ultimate Porsche 911, the Turbo S. It really doesn't get much better than this, folks. Packing 640 horsepower and nearly 600 pound-feet of torque. This is the ultimate 911 for the ultimate owner, I should say. It might not be the ultimate driving experience. I would give that to the GT3. But if you want to go faster than nearly everything on the street and look amazing doing it with all the most premium materials, the 911 Turbo S is just about the way to do it. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV audiophiles on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. Excellent Porsche infotainment system, updated a little bit here. Works very nice, very wide screen setup. Here we're in the media screen. Let's go to, what's going to be the quickest way to get to sound settings? Maybe just down to sound right there. Starting off at the top, you've got front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance. You can move that all around the cabin. That center out to 0, yep. Then you have tone, you've got bass and treble adjustments. Let's go through those now. Porsche has always done an excellent job with their infotainment, and this is no different. The contrasts are great, everything makes sense, and the responsiveness. I mean, look at that. There's no delay whatsoever from my finger. It's a nice high-quality screen. It's excellent. Then you have these presets here. You've got a few different options, and I'm going to read through them now. You have pure media and streaming, smooth media and streaming, live media and streaming, surround media and streaming, sound enhancer media and streaming. You see they had to use an ampersand here to fit it in the screen rather than the word and then sound conditioner. Now these are all set to do various different things with the music. So as this next song starts up, let's click through and go through some of the first 4 selectable menus, because those are exclusive. These 2 down here, sound enhancer and sound conditioner. The top one says sound improvement for compressed media formats. That should not be the case for our USB music. That's more for Sirius XM, something like that, or maybe Bluetooth. Then sound conditioner is driving noise dependent volume boost and tone adjustment. So we'll see that once we get up to speed. That's going to raise elements of the music to make it sound natural even at higher speeds. So as we get started here, let's go from surround up through the other listening modes. As these are uncompressed WAV files that we use for every vehicle we test, I am going to leave the setting on pure for the rest of this video. That doesn't mean that, I haven't tested it in a lot of different of the sound settings, and maybe we'll go to surround for when we're on the road during one of our classical pieces, but pure should give us the most true to recording experience. For audio adjustments in the 911, you have this excellent volume knob down here, good clicks, easy to grab. You also have volume on the left side of the steering wheel. It's a nice scroller. I like volume scrollers. Track selection, you have this kind of tuner knob here that actually moves through the system, so if you're not on the media screen, it's not going to change your tracks. So you actually would have to be on media for that to work. If you are on the media screen, you go up to play, and you can also use the touch screen. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, you have a track forward button here. For audio inputs in the 911, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio. Actually, wait a minute, is there AM? Maybe there's not. I actually don't see an AM tuner. I'm so used to saying AM, but I will flash up on the screen if I am mistaken. But you have FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, then USB, Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay for 2021, wireless CarPlay support. What does that mean you're missing? Well, you don't have USB Type-C inputs for data, just USB Type-A, and no 3.5mm input jack, not the end of the world. 2021 models do not offer Android Auto. That's not until 2022 models. I'm not sure if they'll be able to update these previous systems, but if you are with an Android phone and looking to hook that up, I guess you are boned. So just CarPlay for the 2021 models. Speaker locations. Like I said, this is a 13 speaker system. So starting in the bottom left, you have one woofer down here, two little tweeter, 3, 4, kind of a standard mid-range, and then a tweeter, 5, 6. Subwoofer down actually integrated into the body, that's 7. And then behind us, we've got 8, 9, 10, 11. And in the doors, 2 more tweeters, 12, 13. Making 13 speaker system. Apple CarPlay, Porsche does a neat job at keeping their overall screen the same. You still have your kind of selections on the left and your climate on the right that you can, oops, can you get rid of that? No, I guess you can't actually slide it over. But you still have climate down here, don't worry. Here's your Apple CarPlay, a little bit small. You can see it's a nice resolution, but in order to fit it into the screen proportionately, they did have to shrink it down quite a bit. There are your maps. Oh, looks like we're a little away from our Wi-Fi. We're not loading maps right now, unfortunately. Here's your Apple Music and your settings screen. Even though it is smaller, as long as your eyesight's pretty good, it works really well and it looks great. Anyway, let's get this thing fired up and get out on the road. Quick listen for how the 911 sounds at 73 miles per hour. moderate bit of road noise for a sports car. It's very in line, and wind noise is very good as well. And you can hardly even hear the engine when you're just cruising at about 1,650 RPMs. I think this system sounds excellent at lower volumes. My problems with it come when you really crank up more complex music. It doesn't happen often, but I actually think the highs are too much and the lows are too much. It's not well balanced. So I have no problem with the power. I have no problem with the sound quality. My problem is with the mixing. And that's compounded by the fact that there are only bass and treble adjustments in tone. You can't do mid-range. A car for this price and the upgraded sound system should have at least a 5-band equalizer, if not a 9-band equalizer. So I can drop the bass down a little bit and the treble down a little bit, and it does help a little. But when you listen to more complex style music, it's a bit harsh on your ears, and there's not too much adjustment you can do for it. Speaking of bass, for this next one, we'll turn the bass all the way up and see how it sounds. Rather than the internal subwoofer, but like right here when you're listening to it softer, it sounds really good. It's a nice pleasant sound, but not a great system for cranking all the way up, which hey, I'm fine with. I'm sure a lot of other 911 owners would be fine with too, but just something to know. My thoughts on the 13-speaker Burmester sound system here in the 911 Turbo S. I'm going to say the subjective rating first. Subjectively, for sports cars, this system's getting an A. The speakers are incredibly powerful, they're crisp, they're well, I don't know if I want to say placed, they're good speakers. My problems come with the mixing. So objectively speaking, if we're talking strictly sound quality, this is getting a B, and that's just barely sneaking into a B at best. Now, you all have to realize, I mean, sports cars are not necessarily meant to be pinnacles for audio engineering. It's a tough cabin to deal with. You got a lot of road noise intrusion from these ultra high performance tires. It's just not the point of the vehicle. So you shouldn't really be expecting A or S tier sound quality even out of a car as good as a 911. So I'm sure Burmester makes some incredible systems for the Cayenne, Panamera, things like that. But here in the 911, I'm giving it a B. And it would be helped out if once they get Android Auto in there, if they got more adjustments on the equalizer, maybe I could fine tune it a little bit more. But it's kind of like the BMW Harman Kardons in that it requires a lot of adjustment to get well balanced. Thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on this excellent 911, check the links in the description. We'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always,